Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Brock Purdy, Week 1, 2024, Monday Night Football. Big win versus the Jets. Lock in, fired up. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, inexpensive way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So hop over there, join, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Brock Purdy, the Niners, rolling, beat down versus the Jets. Outside zone fest. We're not going to really show the outside zone fest in a Quarterback School centric YouTube video, but we are going to show the drop back game, and we're already in some drop back issues. I love when it happens right in front of Kyle and you can just see the fucking disgust. Earmuffs me there, right? Earmuffs. That's a rough first third down of the year, I think. Can't be how they wanted that thing to work out. Felt a little forced. You know, I'm probably on record for saying I want Purdy to throw the ball down the field more than damn near anybody on these corners, but this one is not it. This one felt forced, felt like the whole kind of release here on this condensed bunch. So what ends up happening is we go outside and in. He goes first. I can't tell you who the hell is supposed to go first here. This looks like a bit of a cluster at the top of this thing. I think at the bottom, George comes in on the little arrow in and out. So I get that part of it. I think most universally this play is run with more of like a scissors versus an in. But again, this corner to Debo, the whole way, the defender is outside leverage. Outside leverage, outside leverage. And I'm not saying you never throw that, but it's pretty hard when you have all that traffic to make sense of where the ball should go here. So for me here, just, you know, it's very small sample size, early in the game, early in the year, third down, drop back, not a lot of answers. Again, we're taking an L at right tackle. Don't get a lot of help from the right guard. People in our lap, we're drifting away. We're forcing that ball. Just not a great look. I don't necessarily think the ball could come down to Kittle. He's matched pretty well from the inside out from the Jets. There's not a lot of great answers here. We punt. We're on to the next series. Next one here. This is kind of a staple play. I feel like you see a lot from the Niners. This to me is a full field left to right read. We'll talk about the shift from the backfield there a little bit as the video goes on, but no. Yes, I think it's there. I think I'm on record for talking about some effort from new number one down here. And I'm just going to tell you straight up, this type of shit from a wide receiver is not for me. The ball's right on him. I mean, that ball is perfectly thrown. There's no like out in front. It's not a back hip. It's perfectly thrown. The guy makes a nice play. That's a linebacker locking up your wide receiver from the backfield. Okay. We'll talk about his route, but don't do shit like this. This, I'm telling you, don't earmuffs me here. Don't do shit like that to fucking the quarterback. Not cool. So design-wise here, to me, I really like this play. And I'm pretty damn critical of their drop-back world, but I love this kind of full field read. So we're going to come out here. This is a glorified pick. He never looks for the ball. He's trying to pick this guy from coming down on this little like quick out stick branch route for them. So this is one. We're coming across here. One of these guys coming across. Two, where Debo's out from the backfield. Wide receiver versus a linebacker getting covered. This route at the top of this thing is not good enough. It's choppy. No separation. We come in here. Really nice. Well done. Perfect throw. Right on him. Not there. And he makes a play, knocks it down. And then on the outside, I think they run their little traditional looper return. So you can see this thing 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way across the field. Brock's as good as anybody on these pure progressions, reading all the way across the field. Watch that route at the bottom to start. See how Jennings never looks? Like he's not looking back. He's not running a hitch there. He's running a glorified pick. So could you throw that? Maybe. Okay. He doesn't like it. Fine. Back across the field. Then watch Debo's route at the top of this thing. So for me here, we don't need this full breakdown like this. You got to run this thing and stride out. Put your right foot in the ground. Threaten him like you're going to run up the seam and then cross his face. There's too much like choppy, lean, get covered by a linebacker. That ball's a good throw. It's not, doesn't need to be more out in front. You need to run a better route. And again, it's early in the season. Was this the second rep for us in the 49ers? No. And again, I just think Brock is so good at this full field stuff. Makes it look easy. No, yes. Linebacker covered our wide receiver. Next one here, 3rd and 5. This is a beautiful hookup to Ayuk. He's the number 2 right now, point of the bunch. Now the number 3 after the shift. So they're essentially going to get to a flood combination out there. I love Ayuk's route. This ball's maybe a tick inside, but certainly good enough. And that's a big time 3rd down conversion. So you can tell the 49ers have a plan here with all these short shifts. And we'll talk about it as we continue to go. But Ayuk, this is why you pay a dude like Ayuk. His capacity to run routes down the field. He's got the full catalog of routes. What I consider like a true 1 wide receiver. And what I mean by that is we're running a flood. So here's the clear go. Here's the underneath little flat return. And this Ayuk, as he runs this sail corner Seattle, watch him keep his stride at the top. The difference compared to what we just saw from Debo from the backfield, there's no choppy chop slow down. It's almost like an acceleration, like you slingshot out of that cut. And it's just a very unique skill set. Not a lot of guys, especially that are explosive and fast, have this kind of body control and explosiveness. So watch the stride. See how the stride never breaks? I mean, if anything, it looks like he is faster out of the cut. Now, I will say, Brock here, normally some pretty outstanding footwork. To me, he's going back. Right? So for whatever reason, he hits the back of his drop. Usually you'd want to hitch up towards your target. He goes back. He's still got enough force and torque to be able to make the throw. I do probably think it impacts the precision of the ball location, but still good enough. Big time chunk. Really like the design here, how they get there in the drop back world. Quick little shift, get to a creative flood, get your best guy down the field doing his best thing, running through cuts. Nice hookup. Next one here, beautiful hookup. Juwan Jennings, the number 1 right now. He now becomes the number 2 after the motion. He's going to work that little like basic-ish crosser area, middle of the field. Again, you don't have to be a football guru, okay, to know that the 49ers love in-breaking routes. Right here, there's a lot of space in the middle of the field. Attack it, wide open, almost too easy. I would say normally the route at the bottom would be more of a flag or pylon for Ayuk, but he's just running a for the love of the game post there. I mean, he never even looks. He's trying to get the hell out of here. So this element right here, I would say normally you would want like a flag or a pylon to be able to give you something to throw, but he never even looks. I mean, he is simply taking that safety and saying, you are not making this play. And that creates that huge void. Now, maybe if, depending on what the number 2 does here, you might love Sauce to kind of fall into this, but he's never going to fall into the middle of the field. It's one of those things where it's just nice design, nice play call, really too much space, if we're being honest, down the field for second and forever. With the route distribution there, you get no depth from the linebacker type, the Sam linebacker-ish over the tight end, and that's just too easy. This is a pretty nice chunk for just drop back second and forever to have that much space. Again, this is not linebacker school, but I don't know what the hell 56 is doing. Right inside Kittle. Getting nothing there. No depth, way too much space, way too easy. And that's a first down. Drop back, find him. Love it. Next one here, nice chunk to Kittle. He's the number 2 up top, the tight end. He's going to run a little scissors post double shift. So feel that thing open up. It's not even scissors. It's flag Seattle or flag sail. Really nice job. Again, the shift here I want you to pay attention to. So watch Purdy go. He's going to shift 82 across, and then he's going to shift the back. So it's really 2 shifts. So you are absolutely going to see that everywhere in the league and in football. Okay, week 1 NFL, see stuff all the time. I think that coach is pissed up there. Too easy. Push him inside. So shift. And the other thing that I would imagine is going to happen really quickly. So there's lots of reasons to do this. I think one of the things that Kyle does really well. So shift, second shift like that. So they don't happen at the same time. It's like a mini cascade. So 1 shift, 2 shift. Then you're going to start to see motion off of it as well. So shift, motion. We've seen shift motion a lot in the league. Why you do this is because the backfield alignment for a lot of good defenses matters how they're fitting and reading these plays. So what kind of RPOs, what kind of run tendencies, what kind of pass tendencies, what kind of pass protection tendencies are all tethered to the location of the back. And again, concept-wise here, we go deep flag or pylon. Here's that sail or Seattle where he kind of fakes like he's running an over and comes out into this area. So really great design, but bank that double shift because it will be everywhere this week. And it will be really at every level of football in October. It's an outstanding job of kind of taking the next iteration of shift motion to now shift. And we're going to see shift motion for sure. Love it. And the operation of it was super smooth. You could tell the 49ers been grinding this. Excellent pre-snap execution. Watch Kittle's inside release. Get out of there. Beautiful job right up on his face. Outstanding. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not my favorite, but I love it when it comes out like that. Great. We'll take it. Next one here, 3rd and 3. Mason, have yourself a night. 1 catch, 5 yards, though, right here out of the backfield. You know, whether that's a choice, check down option. It was actually a pretty nice job by the linebacker there not to get that drop tackle on him. You can see him pull off there right at the very end. 3rd and 3. Let Brock cook. Looks more like a check down to me. Looks like Brock's looking to the right with his helmet stripe. So no, down. And again, almost no one gets through reads as fast as Purdy. Think of a guy like maybe Tua, but Tua's getting the ball out so quickly. Purdy goes through those reads. I mean, he is going full field. No down here to the bottom. Check down. Accurate. Great job getting the first down. 3rd and 3 to be able to throw check downs and go through reads, have the pass protection against what should be a pretty good defense. Pretty nice job right there. And again, watch that tackle. Watch him come off the tackle right there. So he doesn't get that, what are we calling it? Hip drop? Whoop. So next one here, 3rd and 3, 75 seconds left to go, first half into the second quarter. We're going to hit Debo down here on what I'm going to call a little short post shift. Now there's all sorts of space in the middle of the field. This is, again, really nice design here. Getting a little like rub pick with him and Kittle on the right. Really tough on the defense. But make no mistake about it, there are some defensive breakdowns here. Okay, we don't have to know what the defensive call is to say there's got issues. So again, what I'm calling this little short post right here, as he comes out, uses Kittle as essentially like a glorified screen. His guy who's guarding him right here, he's got to deal with that. And then when he comes back underneath, there's nobody there. Okay? And the crazy thing for the Jets, the frustrating thing for the Jets, is they've got 3 dudes, 3 guys just standing here, all kind of looking like obviously someone's in the wrong spot, if not 2 guys in the wrong spot. So the spacing defensively looks like they're all covering the check down, and they're not covering the guy who gets the ball with the super YAC on 3rd down. So again, that's not defensive spacing that you're looking for. Linebackers, defensive linemen, all standing together. But really nice job from Debo here. Following Kittle, put his foot in the ground, come out of that thing quick, on the body, on the break, catches it with his chest. You know, probably could and should be even a bigger play with all that space in there. That's a nice job. Again, just look at the Jets cover between the hashes. I mean, that is not the defense that we're used to seeing. This is not the spacing that they want on 3rd and 3. I'm telling you 1,000%. All that space over here, one-on-ones out there, we got to be able to make them pay. And they do a good job making them pay right here. But it doesn't mean that we can't also be critical of, say, hey, the Jets hopefully are going to get better defensively as we keep going. Next one here, again, right before half, we're going to hit Jennings up top. He's the number 2 on the little spray post. He's going to become the number 1. Post shift, post motion, spray, drift, post. Just a really nice job from both 15 and Purdy. We're playing this thing with great anticipation. Again, I really like the design, shift, motion, put stress on the defense. Purdy looks off the middle field post player, and we get a nice little chunk. So again, notice the shift. So start in bunch. Okay, shift to 2x2. Motion to 3x1 condensed. We are then going to throw what I'm calling this little like spray post or spray drift. So we're going to widen with our stem and cross our face here. And again, this isn't terrible. You know, he's in a decent spot right there. You got a middle field post safety here, but we play this thing with great anticipation. It's just what the dude does. I mean, there's no way around it. He does this as well as anybody in the league. And it's perfectly thrown, in breaker. Again, when does he throw it? Anticipation right there. I mean, look at the 4 up there is not in a terrible spot. They're just on the same page. The precision on those in breakers is outstanding. Another first down. Next one here, 2nd and 10. This is a bummer to Ayuk. It's the one that made Peyton get all fired up. Inside release corner, bottom of the screen. You know, I'm not sure necessarily if being in camp makes you catch that. I'm sure it gives you a better opportunity to catch it. I'm not mad at you for getting your money. Do you? One of those things I think is pretty special throw from Purdy. It's right on the money. We got to catch it. You know, insert any excuse you want. The ability to throw a corner. Watch Ayuk. He's the number 2 at the bottom. He gets inside release there. Most people, that's a dead route. You're not going to throw a corner like that, especially in the red zone. You just don't have a lot of space. He then gets back on top and wins with just speed, acceleration, and that's not a lot of space, but that is a perfect throw. It's a beautiful ball from Purdy, man. I'm bummed for both of them, but that would be a great touchdown pass from Purdy. Right before half, national game, no hitch, dot. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. It means a lot to me that you subscribe, so thank you. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives in my favorite football topics. We have courses on RPOs, tempos, pass protection. The best-selling course is how to beat every coverage. We even have an entire offense available for you. So hop over there and enroll. You can check out the courses at the new Quarterback School website, theqbschool.com. Get over there, ask me anything, a really fun, interactive way to dive into the library of content that is available for you. And then finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. All right, 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. We're going to take a under center 7-step drop after the whatever shift or motion that is. I would probably think he's got a decent chance to rip that thing to Ayuk. I understand why he probably doesn't, just thinking that he's got quarters and got no clear on that near safety. You know, 7-step drop. I've said it, you know, too many times. Hard to hold up pass pro wise. Doesn't have time here. Does a nice job finding the check down. You know, bit of a use check-ish block there. Just gentle enough not to get called. Pretty close to being in the back. Again, from the wide here, it looks like Ayuk is open to the bottom, running this deep in. I get why you wouldn't want to throw it. You know, it's one of those things where when you're dealing with it, like what I consider like a true one guy running down the field, just by scheme here on this in, if they're going to quarters or bracket this thing, this shouldn't be here, right? Like this guy's sitting here. He's not being threatened. He's sitting right in the in lane. The thing is, he's so terrified. Like he's getting so much depth that it does kind of look like it is there. And it's hard sometimes when you're dealing with like, you know, the perimeter freaks that they just, you know, sometimes just win and create space because guys are so terrified and the coverage tilts towards them. So could he potentially throw this? You know, maybe. I get it. It's, you know, we've got some pass pro issues. There's nothing wrong with checking the ball down, especially when you're checking the ball down to a dynamic dude like Debo. So again, it looks more open than it is, I think, at the bottom of the screen. Again, nice job finding the check down. Nice job avoiding the penalty there on the block in the back, blocking behind the ball. Next one here, 3rd and 4. Excellent execution. Drop back game. We're going to hit Jennings, the number 3, on the little quick out or flat. And this is just precision. Absolute elite accuracy. We're going to throw this thing early. You essentially get opportunity for double picks there. I think the Jets actually do a pretty good job of sorting this thing out coverage-wise. But if Jennings is the number 3, so he's the 3rd inside guy, he's running this little quick out or flat. We play this thing with great anticipation. They've got to sort through 2 picks and who's who in the zoo. So you can see the communication here. Hey, you got him in, I got him out, or I got the first one in, you got the second one, to be able to be on the same page. So they end up actually having decent leverage, but the precision of the ball just gets it. The ball's perfectly thrown. Again, anticipation, pats the ball right there. You can see Jennings at the bottom, not out of the break yet. Great anticipation, ball right up on his face, outstanding execution. Next one here, another great long yardage call. We're going to go play action, buddy ball, hit the fullback on the wheel. Beautiful design. Everything except getting in the end zone there. Don't come back to the huddle after that. But again, this is one of those throws where he's so open, you almost want to put it right on him, so I get it. Slows him down just a tick. But that's an outstanding play. I mean, it's great design. When you've got a fullback who has the capacity to do that, pretty special as well. So they're just faking what a lot of people call Bob, weak side back on backer. So lead blocker right here. Normally, this guy's got to come up, fit this thing. So instead of that, as you run by him, you're going to block him, you just slip him into the wheel. I think it's most often paired with a post just to create that void out here. But again, that's pretty sweet. Awesome job. Great play call. Again, watch, use check, whoop, just quick slip. He's thinking he's going to have to fit that by him. And again, you can see the corner down here to the bottom. He's going to match Ayuk. Right, he's running with him, covering that hook. Got him. The only reason I like post better is I feel like the post sometimes takes the safety out of there a little bit better. The only bummer to that is sometimes this corner will fall off if it's a post. So nothing wrong with the hook at all. Nice design, great call. Don't miss a layup. A perfect throw, that's a touchdown. Regardless, it's a big chunk. You got to love it. And again, just watching Juszczyk come out, he's going to pretend like he's going to block 21. Run at him, slip him, by him. And again, really nice job by Juszczyk getting width. So get width right there. Got him. Don't miss a layup. Right up on his face. First and goal. This next one felt a little out of character, if I'm being honest, for Purdy. This is one of those throws where you expect him to make, in fact, I would say probably make a different read as well. But if you're going to throw that kind of late hitch to give us a better ball, and again, I don't think they're necessarily trying to feed 44 on a hitch here. They're trying to work like an iteration of smash. Don't necessarily love the corner route either. That doesn't help us. But again, that's sauce up top. Just one of those things where be an interesting fight to pick. Like, I'm not sure why you would want to do this with these guys running versions of smash for me. You've got Debo on the backside coming across on like drive. Kittle running that probably basic. And then where the ball probably should go most times is right here on the little angle or back. And we've seen Purdy make this read many, many times. So whether you want to say 1, 2, or vice versa, 3, 4, 5, full field read, get the ball back to the back. He's got plenty of time to do it. You can see the timing of how it would work. So no up top, no Debo, no Kittle, yes back. So Mason getting the ball going downhill or CMC getting the ball going downhill instead of late, felt a little all over the place as far as the footwork, just bizarrely undecisive. So just get through the read. Don't have to force it to the fullback on a hitch late outside the numbers. Next one, 3rd and 2, being crazy aggressive. This one felt forced as well, trying to get the tight end up the seam. Allowing that post safety to come in here and make a play. This is one of those plays where they almost looks like they quick snap them. Like normally you're waiting for the Niners to do some sort of motion shift, just living on the edge. I don't necessarily hate taking a shot on 3rd and 2. I like that. But again, watch how quickly they snap it. So no one's moving. Snap. So no shift, no movement. I don't think there's anything wrong either with saying, hey, we're going to come out here and run like a condensed, whether that's a nod or a seam, it doesn't really matter. But if they win, great, let's rip it. If not, and again, super easy with a clicker, okay, so I get it. Come at me in the comments. Just get it down to the check down. And again, even if you call all go, you can, or some version of it, the bones of it. If you don't win, get it to the check down. 3rd and 2, just get to the check down. Again, maybe you could run a little faster of a check down there. Had a great night running the ball. You can see where the growth is potentially in the pass game. That just felt unnecessarily forced. So whether it was predetermined, whether it was, matchup, I can't tell you what it was. But we can't just stare down and throw like a medium late seam ball. Especially when the check down is wide open right in front of your lap. A little fortunate right there. Next one here, thought this was a really cool design. So we're going to fake the toss, try to get like the pop pass to the tight end. Maybe could have put it on him, maybe could have put it on Jennings and kind of on time. he really goes tight end, Jennings, back to Jennings here. So kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, back to 3. And again, it works. Okay, it's just one of those things where that's not going to be probably something that you're going to want to repeat very often. So watch him fake the toss. Okay, we're pulling the guard. All the action going sideways, right? So got this action, we're faking everything, fake this toss. We're going to try to get this pop pass right here. That's kind of the space. And is it there? I probably think it is. You know, maybe if you're nervous about the safety, I get it. If you're trying to take a peek at this, you know, maybe you're late to the tight end. You're then going to get Jennings coming across here on kind of that follow behind it. And my drawings are probably not as good as their routes. Then you're going to get what I'm now calling this kind of balloon one-person screen. So this swing over here with a lead blocker. So you check out here as the lead blocker. So could the ball go here when he looks over here? Yes. And I don't think you want to be in the habit of passing this up to then think you're going to come back to an in-breaker late across the middle of the field. So again, a little fortunate, nice design, certainly many opportunities for a play here, right? I mean, could you put it on Kittle right there? If he settles up, put it right on him? I think so. Could you put it on Jennings right there? Probably not. Down here to Debo? Yes, throw it. So maybe Kittle, Debo, yes. Back to Jennings. I'm glad it works out. Again, it works because the play action, the design of the play, and the defense, it looks gassed right here. So no one around him, right? Great pass protection. Nice job finding Jennings. Good little chunk. Next one here, 2nd and 8. This is a beautiful throw up top to Debo, the number 2, running that kind of spray flat or spray out. Again, this is what the dude does. YAC. So you get him the ball in space, let him make somebody miss, rip it. Now, from Purdy's perspective, this is a dot of a throw. Look at their coordinator right at the pylon, just furious that you missed a tackle. Oh, God, get up, get up. Come on, Jeff. Where did I play with Jeff? Maybe for the 49ers. Regardless, beautiful throw here up top to Debo. Watch him. The drop, base, perfect. Anticipation, yes. I mean, just the dude puts on a clinic. This is just what he does. It's bizarre for me that people keep fighting this. And then again, even without the full cast of Avengers, he's still out there making it look easy. Purdy, watch the footwork. Lined up, ball out on time. Right up on his face. Let those guys eat, make people miss, YAC all over the place. Next one here, 3rd and 6. Another beautiful route from Ayuk. Ayuk is the point on the bunch up top. He's the number 2. Watch him keep his stride through the deep out. I mean, that's crazy separation. Just an absolute beautiful job there from Ayuk. That's what he does. I mean, when you can win like that outside the numbers, it's really hard for anybody to stop. Again, great base. Torque that thing, put it right where you got to, right on his face outside the numbers. It's beautiful. Watch Ayuk, the top of this thing, keep his stride, and I'll slow it down video-wise so you can watch him not chop. I mean, that is beautiful. Look at the separation. He goes from there, right foot cut, to that. I mean, that is beautiful. And again, we're playing with a little bit of anticipation. He pats the ball right there to throw it. You see Ayuk not out of it yet. Just a beautiful job. You know, once you got past that first couple series, felt like the drop back game looked pretty damn good for the 49ers for the most part. Creating winners on the perimeter, getting the matchup that you want. You know, I'd be shocked if they ever played each other again that you wouldn't see Sauce just follow 11 around because he is dynamic down the field. Boom. Awesome. Next one here, 3rd and 9. I thought this was a pretty nice play from Purdy. He's going to work Jennings down here, the number 2, on what I'm used to calling like a little sticks route. It's essentially like a little pivot, go up, get past the sticks route, turn around. Now you've got to, in my opinion, you have to get a first down there. 3rd and 9, I would want to get a first down just with the depth of the route. But if you come back to the ball, you got to find a way to push it past the sticks. I know it doesn't matter in this game, kick a field goal, go up by a few scores. But in more meaningful games, that kind of execution can get you beat. But again, I love the timing from Purdy. I mean, the dude plays with unbelievable rhythm and timing. I will pause it at the back so you can see how early he is to throw this to Jennings down here to the bottom. So anticipation. Hey, look at it at the bottom of the screen. That's throwing someone open. And again, I feel like I've said it multiple throws this game. Anticipation. Bottom of the screen. You can see the defense. This is where we're going with the ball. Put your foot in the ground past the sticks. So the sticks are at the 4. So you got to get like to the 3-ish and then come back, whether it's back to the quarterback or back down your stem, however the execution is for this unit. Because this is great timing. Everything is there except getting the first down. So even though they beat the brakes off these guys this game, you can still see just little things that they could get better at, especially in situational ball. Again, that's great separation at the top of that thing. Boop. We got to get it first. Got to get it first. Come on. So that is a wrap. Brock Purdy, the Niners, nice win. Monday Night Football, good way to get it going, even without the full cast of Avengers. I thought Brock Purdy looked like Brock Purdy. Plays with great anticipation, really good base, has a great command, understands what to do with the ball, can get through reads, can distribute it, put it right where he wants, great precision with the accuracy for the most part. Really could have been an even better game when you go back and watch the All-22 and the potential for even more plays down the field. So overall, outstanding. We'll see what it looks like maybe versus better competition, and probably only gets better when you get McCaffrey back as well. But overall, Purdy just doing Purdy things, makes it look easy. A lot of fun to watch. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.